Here is I've looked at my portfolio, looked at my color story, and I don't expect you guys, of course, to have a portfolio, but so you saw from my slideshow that this is basically my color story, all right? And the thing is that a lot of times, and I've noticed this in collections, is that sometimes people get a little carried away with the color story, like they just want something that's like different, you know. But then it's like these are real clothes, and so you know, for me, like just having like black denim, you know, this gold is supposed to represent Kevlar, because I do these Kevlar vests, which are basically this color, right? So that's the color there, and so anyway, and then brown. A lot of times I try to dye things. So what I've done, and you know, make it at least an inch, and you can do it on, you know, if you're going to do yourself a real favor, you should do it on marker paper, because then that will help you understand how you are going to apply the colors to your looks, right? Or you could just do it on regular old typing paper. I did that. What I did was I took the looks with the titles I've given them, and I matched it up. I tried to match it up as much as I could with the media that I had. So I have this, I had a marker for the black, that works. I had a marker for the blue, and then I also, because I use a lot of colored pencil, and adding colored pencil will often get you closer to the look that you need. So I've also added the colored pencils that I've done, which are from my Prismacolor kit that I always use in class. This one over here came out a little bit more orange, and so I went over it with a marker that I have that's a little browner, okay? So you're going to want to experiment in that. And so you want at least an inch to kind of play around with that and see how this layers and see how the colored pencils blend with it and stuff like that. And then, like, there's a second part of the assignment, and so it doesn't have to be big. Let me make sure that it's. So yeah, so what you want to do then is you want to play around with the juxtaposition of these, because these colors are going to look different if they're placed next to each other. Like Joseph and Annie Albers, the color theorists, they did that. And then finally, I want you to choose your heaviest color, or the most commonly used color. Okay, and so for me, that most commonly used color is going to be black. It's always going to be black. I'm just like, that's just my world, you know. Artsy type. We're always in black. And no berets though, sorry. So anyway, I put one for the black. So a close second is going to be blue, denim blue for me. The third's going to be brown. The fourth, because of the Kevlar, for the Kevlar is going to be the yellow gold. And then last, for an accent color, I've got the red, because I've got a couple of times where I'm like making a red dress and stuff like that, but for the most part, you know, we're just looking at 5 looks coming down the runway. So that is definitely not going to be one of the most predominant colors there, but it's going to be an accent. So that's basically what I want you to do for your color story. And that's just going to be something quick and play around with your media. All right? And so I'm going to stop this.